Why are they silent in today's Pick a Card Tarot card reading? What is going on with them? Are they ghosting you? Have they moved on? Is it time for you to move on? But most importantly, why are they silent? What is going on? In today's Pick a Card Tarot card reader, my name's Angie. I'm a tarot card reader from England. I read tarot for you out of the spare bedroom in my house. I love being able to read for you guys. So this is Hope Tarot Daily. Welcome back. If you're new here, I hope if our energies match, you subscribe and stick around. For Pick a Card read number 1, we're using the Magical Nordic deck, and the Tower card come out in the random shuffle, and that's the phone that's on that one. In Tarot card read number 2, we're using the Vintage Tarot deck. The Three of Swords came out in the random shuffle, and we have a little baby pink phone on that one. Can't really see the colour on the camera. And then for tarot read number 3, we've got the Light Seers Tarot deck, and the cards that came out were the King and Queen of Swords. They both came out facing this way, but they both came out at the same time, which was like, okay, this moment. And then we have the classic Nokia deck. It's an original. Maybe it's worth something. Who knows? I'll have a look on eBay. Anyway, so in a moment I'm going to do a card selection meditation to open up your intuition, to pull you towards the pick a card reading that is here for you today. If you already know which reading you're kind of leaning towards, you can use the timestamps down below to go to your reading. While you're in your reading, if I'm moving a little bit too slowly, you can speed the time up in the app. If you can't quite catch my accent, you can turn the captions on. All of those wonderful things. I do personal readings. It's linked in the description if you're interested in that. I open my diary on a Monday, so if you want to book a reading and definitely have it that week, you need to book it near the beginning of the week. By the end, sometimes by the weekend, my readings sell out, and I've only got half the spaces in my diary at the moment. So if we'd like to do a card selection meditation, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes in a moment, and when you open your eyes again, your energy should be drawn towards the tarot deck that has a message here for you today. We're looking at, why is your person silent? Why have they gone silent? Have they moved on? Should you move on? Are they just going through something at the moment? Are they likely to get back in touch again? We want to dig away at all these little questions that come up with, why are they silent? So if you'd like to push all of the air out of your lungs, take a nice normal breath back in again. Close your eyes. Imagine you're walking along the most beautiful British beach. It's a coastline, so it's more like Scotland. There's cliffs, there's rocks. The sea is a little bit rough, it's a little bit windy. You've got your nice warm coat on, you're pulling it all up around your neck. You've got a hood up, you're feeling really safe and secure. You've got really nice warm clothes on. The wind is cold against your face, but you're feeling safe. You're feeling alive. The energy of the weather is making you feel energized, and you're just walking along. You can see seaweed in the sand. You can see little rock pools that have got little bits of different wildlife in. You're feeling happy where you are. You're feeling quite content. You can see a little treasure cave in the background, and you're just walking slowly towards it. You're willing to find the answers that you're looking for. And now as you open your eyes, your energy and your intuition should be drawn towards the tarot deck that has a message here for you today. We've got pick a card reading number 1, pick a card reading number 2, pick a card reading number 3. Timestamps are down below, and let's get on with today's readings. Welcome to your Pick a Card Tarot card reading. Today we're looking at, why are they being silent? Your energy was drawn towards the Magical Nordic deck. I'm going to put that out of the way for the moment. Your energy was also drawn towards the black Samsung phone. Let me know why, if there's a particular reason. Was it a phone that you had? Is it something that you recognise, or do you just feel connected? I remember when I used to use this, I used to get nervous and spend my whole time like that fidget spinner, way before fidget spinners. Yeah, that's what I used to do. And your energy was also drawn towards the Tower card, which can be about moments of being set free, liberation. The Tower card to me is always a positive card. It brings in changes that need to happen, sometimes unexpectedly, sometimes we kind of expected it. But we're going to see what the cards say as the marker. That's the marker card. I'm going to start with a charm connection. I feel kind of all over the place at the moment, this very moment in time. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe you're feeling a little bit nervous. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm picking up on something. These are timeless readings, so they are relevant from when you find them. All of my pick a card readings on my channel are timeless. So I'm going to start with a charm connection. If you've been here before, you know that I like the charms to give you a direct connection with the reading, me insight into your situation, and clarification for when the cards come out as well. So we're looking at, why is your person being silent? Have they moved on? Should you move on? Kind of what's going on, what's the gist of it. So in a circle of protection, we're going to ask the charms to give as much connection with the reading as possible. Okay, so we have a white enamel seashell. It's all gold and glimmering on the inside, and it's kind of white enamel on the outside. I'm going to put that down there. When we listen to a seashell, we hear the ocean. We have an X, or we have a kiss. All we have is X for someone's initial, or it could be the word X, like your ex-partner. Or it could be a kiss at the end of a message. You may have idea what it is. We have a jingly bell, and it's not got any jingle, so someone's being very silent, very fitting for this reading. We have the word love. So at one point there was love here. Whether there is still, we'll find out. We have the rune that means divine union, manifestation. It can be hard when someone goes silent on us, when we feel like, yeah, but they're my person. Like, what's going on? There's a divine union here. Divine unions can be temporary. They can come in and out of this lifetime, kind of prepping for a lifetime in the future, or bringing things to a close from a past life as well. That's what I personally believe. Not everyone believes that. That's fine. We have a D, that may be someone's name, maybe a road name. We have a G, someone may have a dog. Someone may be a dog person. And we have an N, which can be someone's initial place name, or it can symbolise the word no. There may have been a particular question that you've had in mind recently. There could be a no for that there. So your energy was drawn towards the Magical Nordic deck. It's a 79 card deck. Most decks have 78. It's got an extra deck that was designed by Tracy Emmett, the artist. Little random fact for you. So I think it's my only deck that's got 79 cards. All the decks that I use are available on Amazon. Just go on Amazon and search them. They're all on there. Or they were. So we want to know, why is your person being silent? I'm going to start. I'm just going to pull cards today, and then we'll move forward, see where we go. I want to pick up on that energy, kind of what's going on. What does the Tower mean? Are they likely to reach out again? Should you reach out to them? Maybe your messages have gone unanswered or unread. If that's the case, there's no point in keep trying. But I'm going to split the deck into 4 for elements, 4 seasons, most importantly for angels, offering us a circle of protection so that we can give and receive all of these messages with an open heart and an open mind. Been drawn towards this one. So we're starting with the 3 of Swords. Yeah, a little bit of heartache, affairs of the heart. Tower, the 3 of Swords, like a moment of liberation, being set free from something. And the 3 of Swords, you know, silence is painful. Silence is so painful. It's also, in some situations, silence is a form of control as well, playing with someone's emotions. You know, when you've got a toddler, if you give them the silent treatment, they don't like it. But as a parent, you know that they don't like it, and so they're going to sit and think about, well, what did I do wrong? Sometimes that's not a good thing. Sometimes it is a good thing, but in situations where 2 people are connected, when one person's being silent, it's really not a nice feeling. Some people go silent because they think it's the best thing to do. Other people use it in a negative way to have some kind of control over that other person, punish them in some kind of way. I'm not saying that's what's happening here. Eight of Wands reversed, which is a slowing down of communication or zero communication. And the Queen of Cups, kindness. You want to see this whole situation with your kind heart. You are full of compassion. You are full of affection. You have your intuition. You have everything. And you want to give this person the benefit of the doubt because the rune that came out was divine union, manifestation. If you've skipped forward to the cards, I'm going to include you in a circle of protection. I don't mind, like, you use tarot reading how you want, but I'm going to include you in the circle of protection. The Queen of Cups, they give everyone the benefit of the doubt. But for whatever reason, this person's gone silent on you and it doesn't feel very nice. I'm kind of feeling that this feels really quite horrible for you. Now we have to look at, well, why is this person doing that? What are they gaining from doing that? Are they doing that to genuinely, like, because they don't want to, like, sometimes people go quiet because they don't want to end it, because they don't want to hurt you, but then the pain of the silence is hurting you. Sometimes people use silence as a punishment. If that's the case, we don't want that person around. But, you know, you're the one that's feeling it here. You are the one that's feeling it here. Whether you're male or female, the Queen of Cups is all about your compassion, all about your kindness, all about how you want to see the good in this, how you would probably have blamed yourself for this. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe if I didn't do this, maybe if I didn't do that, they'd still be talking to me. I'm kind of feeling like restrictions of how you should behave, but no accountability for how they should behave. Especially as time goes by, you kind of fade and think good about this person again. They're giving you the silent treatment. That's not very nice. That's what I'm picking up. Sometimes in these readings I pick up that the person's quite genuine, they don't know what to do, but I'm kind of getting a bit of an edge on this person, a little bit. So then we have the Star reversed, which is about kind of delays in happiness, someone being quite stubborn, closed attitudes. This person feels very closed off to you. It's like they don't want to communicate, they don't want to open up, they don't want to move forward. They kind of maybe want to just leave this in the past. Maybe they are an ex. There was a lot of love here at some point. There was. And there's a reason that you both come together. But there's a lesson here for you at the moment. The Ten of Pentacles reversed is about family conflict, things kind of just going up in the air. The Ten of Pentacles is meant to be about contentment and family wealth and building a life together. It's almost like the life that you were hoping to build together has kind of all been taken away by their silence. And then we have the Justice card reversed, which feels really, within this reading, there's an edge to it for me, and it's your pain, it's how you're feeling, and this is very unfair. People shouldn't just end things and not have a discussion or leave things open-ended or things. It just feels quite brutal, quite frankly, and it doesn't feel nice. And it's making me feel really sad for you because you haven't had the answers from them that you felt that you should have, which shows to me that this person is kind of a little bit selfish, a lot selfish, because it's almost like they think that by being silent with you, you'll just shut up and go away. Then they can just move on. It's almost like they've moved on and they can just live their life. And they don't have to think about you. And they're probably not really thinking about anyone else's feelings apart from themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if they've kind of blocked you. Which is not fair. That's not fair. That's not a nice way to treat someone. Yeah. So we have the Hanged Man, which is all about you feeling stuck in limbo. The them moving on and making a transition into, it's almost like they've made a sacrifice, have pushed you out so that they can move forward. There's no movement forward here for this connection. We have the High Priestess, empowerment. You using your Queen of Cups energy and empowering yourself through this situation and saying, no, actually, this person's treated me really quite badly and I don't want to give them any more of my time, because I don't want you to give this person any more of your time. I really don't. Like, if this was a face-to-face reading right now, I would be asking you questions and you'd be kind of given information that we could then pull cards on. It's really hard to do a reading like this when it's not face to face. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. And then we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. They're not learning anything. You are. You're learning a lot from this, unfortunately, the hard way, but they're not going to take any learning from this. The Page of Pentacles is meant to be about promotion, learning lessons. They don't want to. They're too lazy to learn lessons. I don't know whether they just see people as disposable, like, oh, well, I'll just move on to the next, or move on to the next thing. I'll just block them and they'll go away, and it's kind of leaving an emotional carnage for you, and that's not nice and that's not kind. I'm gonna pull from the Ink and Intuition Tarot deck, see what other information I can get for you. I do want to focus this reading on you. This person's irrelevant. I don't like the way that they've treated you. I don't like the way that they've made you feel so bad. It's almost like it's like they've gone, they're gone. And it's not fair, because especially when you feel, when there is a divine union, and it's like, well, why have they just given up on that? Maybe they're going to come in a next life. Maybe this is the final life where you two come together, and now's the time for you to step into your power of the High Priestess and your knowledge. And I know it's so easy to see this person as a good person and things, but a good person wouldn't leave you sitting in silence. It feels quite a cruel thing. It feels like quite a cruel thing. I'm going to split the deck into 4. So I want direction for you. So what do the cards want you to know? The Knave of Coins is you learning something here. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed for them. They're not learning anything from this. But these cards are for you. This is for you to now learn something. It's like an apprenticeship. It's School of Hard Knocks, unfortunately. And I am sorry that you're going through this. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. Don't let anyone interfere. Don't let anyone put their 2 pennies worth in. There is someone within this that could quite happily stir the pot. Don't let them. Don't listen to them. Just don't listen to them. We have the 10 of Coins, which is nice, and it's the right way up. It's you regaining your stability, you regaining your contentment, you regaining, you can build your life without this person. You don't need this person. This person may have said to you at some point, you need them. You're nothing without them. You are everything without them. You're better off without them. And I don't say that lightly. I don't say that lightly. You can build your life for you. And there'll be people that love you and adore you that won't hurt you like this. Who wouldn't dream of hurting you like this? We have the Moon reversed, which is kind of like you can't quite see the path ahead. There's a path here for you. There's a route here for you. But there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of being scared of what might come up. I want you to have faith in your path. I want you to step into your High Priestess energy and know that the path's there, and walk that path at night and do it and beat those monsters and realise those monsters aren't there. This is not going to be as hard as what you think it is. That moment of liberation can be that moment of accepting that this person's gone and that they weren't good enough. There's a reason the universe disconnected this person from you. I want you to regain your power. The Temperance, that's really nice. Your flow of energy, your harmony, your balance coming back in again. Kind of You feeling like you're going to stand your ground and you're going to be in sync with the world again, looking at the world around you, engaging with the world around you, rather than overthinking and over worrying about this one person out there who's not talking to you. I want you to re-engage with the world around you so that you can see your path ahead and you can see how you're going to walk through this and you're going to be okay. The Four of Wands, there's a marriage for the future for you. House move, celebrations, romance. This is in your future and it's not connected with the person that's hurt you. I want you to delete their number. I want you to move forward. I do. I'm not normally quite strongly worded. We have the Four of Coins reversed, which is warning you against an over-attachment to this person, a fear of loss of this person. It's almost like you're taking this all on yourself to the point of this person's not talking to you. This person hasn't read your messages or hasn't got back to your messages, but you're taking that and blaming yourself. Oh, well, I sent them too many messages. Oh, well, I said too much stuff. Oh, well, I bothered them too much. No, that's your Queen of Cups. You're taking the blame for somebody else's actions. I don't want you to do that anymore. By moving forward, it's almost like you've been thinking, yeah, but if I move forward, this person may never forgive me for moving forward. Well, they're not doing anything to keep you. They're not doing anything to reassure you. So you should move forward, but it's scary. That moving forward can be really scary. We have the Star, which is really nice. A lot of the cards that are coming out in these 9 cards are the same as the other cards, but the right way up, and that tells you a lot. I want you to rewatch this read and take note of the cards that are coming out. We have the Star, which is all about your happiness, love and be loved, your faith, a moment of cleansing for you, a moment of appreciation for you, and knowing that the stars are lighting the path where you're going. And then we have the Seven of Coins reversed, which is you abandoning this person completely, emotionally. You purging, you removing them from your life. You're like, no, this person's treated you badly. I feel it. And for whatever reason, you've taken the blame in on you, and you shouldn't. You're not to blame for this. You're not to blame for this, and there's nothing really that can fix it. And if anything, the universe is working on your side, because you shouldn't be connected with someone that uses silence as a punishment, because you shouldn't be punished for anything, especially in a divine union. I want you to move forward and claim your rewards in life, and let go and not be scared of letting go. This person's made you feel responsible for this whole thing, and you shouldn't be feeling like that. You shouldn't. So I'm going to split the deck into 4. I do personal readings. It's listed in the description. I hope you put a like on a reading if our energies connect. I understand this isn't typical reading to put like on. You can put dislike on if you want. I understand. This is a hard reading to hear. Pretty sure most people would have tapped out by now. But if you're still here, I want you to be okay. I want you to rebuild yourself. I want you to focus on you, because you are the most important person in your life. A new romantic cycle begins. Once you let go of this person's energy, a new one will come in. Nothing is set in stone. No. Just because this was a divine union, for all we know, this was a divine union that was coming to an end within this lifetime because of things that happened in a past life. I believe things like that. Not everyone believes it, that's fine. But just because we feel like you are my person, when they treat you badly, you can still walk away with your head held high and not take the blame for it. And there'll be someone that comes in, step out of your comfort zone. Yeah, absolutely. A time for healing, absolutely, it really is. This is a really important time for you. Very important time for you. Confidence is your key to success. I want you to regain your confidence, show the world the real you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I want you to be the best version of you. I don't want anyone to make you feel bad about yourself. I don't want anyone to make you feel like you're to blame for their silence. You're not. You're not. If it was a true connection that they valued, they'd be communicating, and they're not. I want you to be set free. There was love here. There was love here. And for whatever reason, the universe has separated it. So I know this has been a really, really heavy reading. And I hope that the right person's claimed this reading, because hopefully it's going to make a difference, a positive difference to you, and empower you and help you make choices that are good for you. So I'm going to end reading here. I'm going to wrap you in a massive bubble of protection so that your angels can take you on your way. My angels can take me on to my next reading. If you've made it to this point, you're now part of my Purple Heart gang. I really appreciate you. This has been a particularly hard reading to listen to, so if you are still here, I appreciate your strength, and I hope you take this in a positive way to help guide you forward and show you what you're worth. You're worth a lot. You are worth a lot. Don't make everything all your fault, because it's not. So I will see you soon. Welcome to your Pick a Card Tarot card read, and your energy was drawn towards the Vintage Tarot deck, which is by Bobby's Tarot on Instagram, I think. I bought them a long, long time ago, but I think his account's still there. He kind of designs different decks, I think. Anyway, so your energy was also drawn towards the pink phone. It kind of looks cream on camera. It's a flip phone. Let me know if you were connected to this particular phone for whatever reason. And your energy was connected also to the Three of Swords as well, which is the house kind of fallen to pieces. So we're going to put them up there. They're the markers for the reading. We're going to start with a charm connection. What I want charms to do is to give you connection with the reading, me insight into your situation and clarification for when the cards come out. Today we're looking at, why is your person silent? Why are they silent? What's going on? And all of the questions that come up around that, like, have they moved on? Should you move on? Should you wait? Are they going to come back in again? All of those things we're going to be pulling in towards. So having a circle of protection, I'm going to ask the charms to give you connection with the reading. You may hear children in the background. Outside my house, there's children playing. You may hear them, you may not. So the first charm that we have is a rune, which is the Thunderbolt rune, warrior rune, really nice. Someone comes in with a thunderbolt. We have a contemporary angel here. This reading is timeless, so it's relevant from the moment you come into contact with it. We have Pisces, zodiac sign. That may be about big feelings. It may be someone's zodiac sign, maybe in their birth chart, or your birth chart. We have tall written on a piece of paper. Someone is tall. We have a measuring flask, which is about science, all good things in good measure, moderation, and we have a tiny little star. These remind me of the star tattoos that were popular about a decade ago. Oh goodness, I'm getting old. But yeah, they remind me of that. For some reason that came into my head. Oh, I haven't thought about them for years. Everyone definitely went through a phase of having those type of stars tattooed. Yeah. So we have Pisces there. Someone maybe quite quiet, creative, imaginative, a little bit magic, full of love, compassion, sympathy, all of those things. I'm going to pull a 9-card spread. We want to know, why is your person being silent? What's going on? Are they missing you? Are they going to reach back out? All of the questions that kind of go around that, not just the one question. I'm going to pull a 9-card spread and see what we get. going to split the deck into four elements, 4 seasons, most importantly 4 angels, offering us a circle of protection so we can give and receive all of these messages with an open heart and an open mind, being drawn towards this one. So we have the Devil. Here's the first card out. If you've skipped straight to the cards, let me include you in a circle of protection. The Devil card is the first card that's come out. These cards have got some really nice imagery in them. So the Devil is all about feeling powerless, temptation, sexual attraction, fantasies, having that thunderbolt attraction with someone, I guess. Yeah. Chemistry with a measuring jug, with the measuring flask. We have the Queen of Pentacles, someone who's really quite grounded, very sensible with money, very clever with money, likes to think things through. This may be symbolising you. You may be fully aware that this person's treated you quite badly, or you may be aware that they come in and it's like all nice and everything, and then they go, and then they come back in again and it's all nice, and it's all goes a particular kind of way. And part of you probably thinks like, why do I fall for it every time? But I fall for it every time. Yeah, you feel quite powerless. You can't help it. You like them a lot. You're both connected with a chemical kind of thing, you know, that chemistry, that feeling, that spark, that just turning each other on. It's quite rude. It's quite rude what's in my head at the moment. I'm not going to speak all of it, but it's almost like you kind of, a couple of days after, you're like, oh, again, now they're being quiet with me again. It's maybe a pattern that goes on here. They're very attracted to you. You just can't pin them down. And you must sometimes just feel like, oh, is this all they want from me then? So then we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, they upset your inner balance. You're normally quite a grounded person. You're normally quite good at making choices and decisions that's good for your inner harmony. This person just comes in and they throw up all your inner harmony, and then they go silent on you, and then you're kind of wondering, like, how do they really feel about me? What's going on? Do they actually want more? Is this just, you know, about naughtiness? Is it just a booty call? Is it just, you know, when no one else is around, that this is what you two do, and then it goes quiet again? And you're normally really good at making really good decisions for yourself, but this may have gone around so many times now that it's now feeling a little bit painful. With the Three of Swords, it is the marker card. It's like, yeah, those moments when it's going great and you both feel wonderful, like a couple of days after it's beginning to sting. Now, why do they go silent? Is it just the enormous sexual attraction that you both have? Let's say it how it is. You know, you both have severe hots for one another. So then we have the Eight of Cups reversed, which feels like fantasies and recklessness. The Eight of Cups is meant to be about lifestyle changes, personal development, but when it's reversed, it's about the fantasies, the recklessness, the getting lost in it. It feels nice. Their attention feels nice when you've got it, but I think you probably dealt with the silence easier before, but I don't know if you've recently caught feelings for them, so now the silence is stinging. Do they know that hurts? Have you spoke about any other feelings with them? Do they know how you're feeling? Are they on the same page? We have the Page of Wands reversed, which is someone that's being a little bit selfish. Yeah, they're thinking about their own needs. The Page of Wands reversed can sometimes be referred to someone who's a bit of a cokehead, so selfish, all about them, shallow, talk a lot. You know, they come in, they've got the charm, and it's all about them, and they don't give a breath or a moment for anybody else. Yeah. I think you need to tell them how you feel. I think you need to tell them how you feel. If you haven't already told them how you feel, if you've already said to them, I want a relationship with you, and they've said no, take that no. The King of Swords reversed is kind of a little bit domineering, which in certain scenarios really very nice if that's what you like. But yeah, they like their own way. They probably like bombard you a bit until they get you to give in. And it's nice, that feeling of their attention feels nice. But that silence now stings. And they are quite selfish in this. If they have said to you before, I don't really want a relationship, just want to be friends. Don't really have room. They don't. Their relationship they've got is with themselves and their naughty bits, their adult things that they like to do. So then we have the judgment reversed. They're just not really listening to where they're meant to be going and what they're meant to be doing. The judgment, when it's reversed, it's like they're not really seeing the situation for what it is. I don't know if you've genuinely hammered home to them, when you come in and then you're quiet, it hurts. Have you told them that it hurts? If you have told them that it hurts, the way that this is going, this is quite painful experience for you. If you've told them that and they're carrying on, it shows a disregard for your feelings, and that's not respectful. If you haven't told them, maybe you need to tell them that, you didn't mean to get feelings. You've kind of got feelings. Where's this going? How's it going to happen? What are we going to do? And then they carry on. Then it happens again. That's kind of your then answer for whether they respect your feelings or not. Because if they cared about you, they wouldn't want to hurt you, or they wouldn't want to mess you around. But then again, maybe you're worried, if you voice that this whole thing will come to a standstill. So if you don't want this whole thing to stop, then you have to accept it for what it is. And it's that sexual attraction. It's that naughty time. It's that adult time. It's that nice feeling that you get that you can't resist. You like them. They like you. You connect so well in so many ways. It's just they're absent emotionally. They're thinking about themselves, and they're probably thinking that you're thinking about your needs, maybe. So we have the magician, manifestation, bringing things to life. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, and that can be holding out hope and waiting to see where this goes. I love this deck. Some of the cards aren't quite, but most of them are. Seven of Pentacles can be holding out and reaping what you sow and waiting for that long-term success. I can't see that this cycle is going to change much. They know that all they've got to do is talk you around, because you can't resist them. And that's the nice thing. The silence isn't nice. So why are they being silent? Because it's about one thing for them. It's about that. So if you want this pattern to stop, it has to be you that stops it. It has to be you that doesn't give into it, and it has to be you that puts the rules in. And if you want to completely walk away from them for your own good, then that's what you need to do. If you can accept that all this is about what it has been about, then continue with it. But if you keep getting that heartache and that pain and that you're feeling like your emotions are being played with, then you need to put your boundaries in. You do need to put your boundaries in before it gets really toxic for you. The person's got the hots for you. Do they want anything more? I'm not sure that they do. If they have said that they don't, then I would take that as an answer. Sometimes when people say, no, I don't want anything more, we kind of think, oh yeah, but they probably do. No, this person doesn't. I think they're quite happy on their own. I'm going to pull 9 more cards, clarify the reading. You're the Queen of Pentacles energy. Whether you're male or female, the Queen of Pentacles is very practical, very grounded. And I think sometimes you I can't believe I fell for it again. But you shouldn't. You shouldn't feel like that. If it feels nice, no judgment here. But if it's starting to hurt too much, it's time to put a stop to it. That's when, like, friends with benefits stop working, when it hurts. When the emotional pain comes in, that's when to stop. So we have the Five of Wands, that competition, challenges, childish drama, very much flirtatious, friction off one another. You may just have one of those connections that are really sparky, which can sometimes turn into quite a bit of a nightmare relationship, but it feels nice when it feels nice. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, which is their independence, their single life feeling compromised. They don't want anything more. We have the King of Swords as well, so they're coming out in this reading as the King of Swords. They're quite blunt and bossy, and they know what they want. They're very sure about what they want. If you've already had a discussion about where this is going, whatever they said in that, take that. Even if they said, oh, I may want something in the future, take that as they don't want it. Because if they did want it, they wouldn't want to be playing with your feelings, especially if you've already spoken about this is quite a painful thing for you now. If they respected you, they wouldn't want to put you through that. If you haven't had that discussion yet, have that discussion and then see what happens after it. Because if it then happens again, you now know that they're not respecting you. The Three of Cups reversed, which can put, maybe you're scared it's going to end the friendship. If you put, maybe that's what you're scared of, like you still want to be friends. Once that line's crossed, it's very hard to be friends afterwards, especially if it gets messy, emotionally messy. We have the Two of Cups reversed, which is misunderstandings. You've caught feelings, they've not. One person's in it deeper than the other. And the Six of Cups reversed, kind of looking at it through rose-tinted glasses. I think sometimes when they come in, you're like, oh, this time it's going to be different. They're nice, and the attention, it feels nice. It feels lovely. But don't put your rose-tinted glasses on. If you know that 2 days later you're going to be feeling that absence and feeling that silence, are they going to come back round again? Yeah, of course they are. They've got the hots for you. They've got the mad hots for you. They don't want a relationship. They've got the hots for you. So there'll be some point when they try again. Of course they will. But it's now up to you to set the boundaries for what is right for you. The Six of Wands reversed is about kind of delays to your rewards. The Six of Wands is often about like rewards, glory and fame. When it's reversed, it's those things but are being delayed. It says, they see you as a prize, but they don't want to keep you, which is a bit harsh. But then we have the Four of Cups reversed. Feelings are really being played with here now. It's that sting, it's that pain, it's that emotional upheaval, it's that confusion. When lines are blurred and then feelings start coming in and two people aren't on the same page, one person's still on the page that was the first agreement and the other person's like, yeah, but I'm over here now. That's now when you need to decide what you do. So the next time that they message you, because they will message you, maybe a while, depending on what happened last time, you have to have a plan of, right, okay, what do I do? Do I go along with it because it feels nice? And then what do I do afterwards? Do I just accept it? Or do I not reply? Or do I not go there? Only you can break this cycle. You either accept it for how it is and what they're offering, or you don't. You walk away completely, because it hurts quite a lot. It's getting messy, and if it's not hurting a lot at the moment, if you keep going round and around and around, it will. The High Priestess, you gaining your knowledge, you knowing the right thing to do for you, your subconscious, that gut feeling, those red flags that come in. The High Priestess can battle with the devil. I think you've had that gut feeling for a while about this. Why are they silent? They're doing other things. Their life is all about them. I don't think they particularly mean to hurt anybody. I don't think they mean to. I don't think they think about that at all. I don't think they're a bad person. I know that you two make each other feel great. Whether that can turn into a relationship, I don't think it can, especially if they've said that they don't want that. It just feels like one person's in an emotionally different place to what the other person is. So I'm going to pull from the Moonology deck. Your hard work is paying off. If you've been working on trying to put boundaries in this place, in with this person, and kind of you've got to the point now where you're kicking yourself, your work is paying off. Like, as time goes by, the more you put your boundaries in, the easier it will be for you. Bring love into the situation, and what I want you to do is bring love in for you. Does this person love and adore you, or do they just have majorly the hots for you? If they don't love and adore you and you want them to, then you need to find that person that does love and adore you, that can give you all of it. Show the world the real you, absolutely. You've got a new moon in Aquarius and a full moon in Aquarius. Full cycles going on here. There's a learning process here. The new moon in Capricorn is you being really quite direct about, what you want. And if you want this to be more and they've said no, it's not going to be, take that answer for you and then work on you and focus on the things that do make you feel good and people that love and respect you, because there are people that will. Work through your fears. You may be scared of losing a friendship here, but for the safety of maintaining a friendship within this, if that destabilizes you as a person, then that's not a friendship worth having. A personal issue reaches a resolution, which hopefully it does. Be bold and make the first move, which is, if you haven't already had these conversations with this person, when they come back in again, they are going to come back in again because they can't resist it. Of course they can't. They will come back in again and have that conversation at that point before anything happens. Have it. If you've already had those conversations, you're just going around in circles. Break that cycle or accept it for what it is and do what you want to do, But don't let this person stop you from having real love in your life, because there will be someone out there who wants to give you real, genuine love, compassion, build a life together. It doesn't just have to be about sex. And don't let this person stop you from having that with the right person. So I hope this helps in some way. I know it's been quite a harsh reading. It's just the way it's gone. I want you to have what you want. If you want to keep going around, if you want to keep having times with this person that feels quite nice, do that, but accept it for what it is. If you can't cope with that, do what is right for you. And when they come back around again, put your boundaries up and put your rules up. And if you find yourself kicking yourself again and you give in a bit, the next time work on it a bit harder. You'll get there. You'll slowly disconnect. And that will free up the path for the right person to come in your life. I quite often say being connected with the wrong person takes time away from the right person. So think about yourself, put yourself at the top of the list, because this person's thinking about themselves very much so. But they got the hots for you. You make each other feel great. I know that. That's what the problem is, isn't it? So anyway, I'm going to end reading here. I'm going to wrap you in a massive bubble of protection so that your angels can take you on your way. My angels can take me on to my next reading. If you've made it to this point, well done. I really appreciate you. You're now part of my Purple Heart gang. And in a reading like this, really do, I do mean that. Like, not very many people could make it to the end of the reading, especially if they're hearing things they don't particularly want to hear, even though it's kind of like hitting the nail on the head a bit. If this wasn't a reading for you, I hope that you find a reading either on my channel or someone else's channels. There's so many beautiful timeless readings out there for you to connect with at the right moment. It's up to you to decide which readings are for you and what you do with that information. I do personal readings. They are available on my website, and I will see you very soon. Welcome to your pick a card tarot card reading. Your energy was drawn towards the Nokia. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. What was it? I don't know. It's got 2 numbers to it. It's the classic. It's the original. I remember when they very first come out, I really wanted one. And then they brought out a smaller model and I got that, which is this. Because believe it or not, the other model is like even bigger. If you had one, let me know. If you're not old enough to even have seen one, oh goodness. Well done. Anyway, these 2 cards came out while I was doing random shuffle. The 3 of Pentacles also fell out, which could be about teamwork, 2 people needing to work as a team. And they came out in a way where they were facing each other's backs. I think I might start filming like my random shuffle and put it at the end so that you can see the process I do to pull the marker cards. So they're the marker cards. Going to put them up there with the phone. Your energy was drawn towards the Lightseers Tarot deck. Going to put that out of the way for the moment. And we will start with a charm connection. So what I want charms to do is give you connection to the reader, me insight into your situation, clarification for when the cards come out. But today we're looking at why are they silent, what's going on, all of those things, and all of the questions that come up around that as well. So having a circle of protection, I want the charms to give you connection with the reading. Okay, let's have a look. All these readings are timeless, so they're relevant from when you come into contact with them, no matter when they were uploaded. I've got a bit of paper, trying to unfold it. September. Wow, okay. So I'm going to put the charms on the cards. We have a number 1 teacher and an apple. September is when all the schools go back. We have a crown, a brass, antique brass coloured crown. For some reason it always reminds me of the Game of Thrones. We have a silver hair comb as well. We have a little gold bell, which can be a little golden wedding bell, someone's hopes and dreams. We have a V, which can be someone's initial, could be a place name, a road name. We have a little girl holding out her hand, someone's inner child. We have a tree. The branch is a little bit spindly. There's no real leaves on it. There's no real roots. It's like a skeleton of a tree, or a tree in winter. I think the leaves start falling off the trees soon in England. September at the moment. So we have your contemporary angel here as well. I believe in angels. If you've ever had an angel experience, please share with me in the comments, because I literally at this point feel like I'm on my own in that. So I'm sat here looking at the King, Queen of Swords. I'm like, why did you come out the deck? Why did you fall out the deck? Why are you bothering me today? That's kind of like my thought process when they both fell out. I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go. The Queen knows what she wants, the King knows what he wants. They came out facing opposite ways, and the 3 of Pentacles came out as well, which is 2 people that need to work as part of a team, but quite often pulling in different directions, wanting different things. So, I'm going to do a 9-card spread. I want to know why your person's being silent with you at the moment. What's going on? And all of the questions that come up with, like, should you move on? Have they moved on? Should you wait it out? Kind of all of those things. I'm going to split the deck into four elements, 4 seasons. Most importantly, 4 angels, offering us a circle of protection, so we can give and receive all of these messages with an open heart and an open mind. Been drawn towards this one. So we have the Magician. I'm now going to, everyone that's just skipped to the cards, going to include you in the circle of protection. The 7 of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Lovers. Oh, what has gone on with you two? Someone's abandoned it. Someone planted a lot of seeds here and then abandoned it. The Magician is about manifestation, bringing things to life, and the Lovers card is about 2 people that feel a big connection, or it can also be about making choices. It can be about making your heart sing, going where your heart sings. I'm reading this very much like You two have got a very nice connection, but one person's given up on it, and it's probably the person that's being silent. It's almost like they brought it to life, they planted the seeds, and then they walked away. And it must be feeling like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? I thought it kind of feels like one of you was really hoping this would turn into a very committed, lovely relationship. It may even have been a very committed relationship with the little wedding bell, the golden bell, and the little girl. It's almost like it felt like you should have been building a life together. So why are they being silent? Why have they given up? Why have they walked away? You must be like, what is going on, you know? We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And Ace of Cups. There's a lot of anxiety with the Ace of Cups reversed is emotional anxiety. See, we had the King and Queen that came up first. We have the King and Queen here. It's about you two are meant to be together. But they walked away from it because the Seven of Pentacles is reversed. And it's caused a lot of emotional unhappiness. I'm even like twitching my ring. I'm feeling the stress. I'm like, why? Like, these two are really quite grounded, quite deep thinking. Maybe one person overthinks, but I don't think they do. Why has your person given up on this? What's the emotional anxiety here? They brought it to life. They planted seeds. We have the Six of Wands reversed, which is delays. We have the Six of Swords, which is moving on to the better future, travel in light. And we have the Eight of Swords, which is all about restrictions, self-imposed restrictions. I don't know if they've been like thinking big, like thinking big. What am I on about? Overthinking, trapped in their own thoughts. It's almost like they convinced themselves they were going in the wrong direction, but they weren't. You two are meant to be together, or you were meant to be together. I don't know if your person thinks that there's rewards elsewhere, but there isn't. That's not true for them. That there's not. This was their reward. I'm hoping they're going to come back around again. I'm going to pull clarifying cards. I want to clarify every single card that's come out. Yeah, I want to clarify. I think we need that, don't we? Like, why are they silent? What's the silence? Is it just a temporary silence? Let's split the deck into 4. So I'm going to spread the cards out so I can clarify. So the Magician has the Magician reversed on. Don't love it when the cards do that. Same kind of cards coming out. So the Magician has the Magician reversed, which is a hesitancy, a lack of confidence. For whatever reason, your person suddenly gained a lack of confidence within this connection. I don't know, like, are they okay? Is your person okay? We have the Star reversed, which is closed attitudes, happiness being delayed, someone being really stubborn. It's like they planted all the seeds, they wanted to bring all this stuff to life, and then they've kind of put a break on it or a full stop on it, or maybe they've said to you, like, this is just a break. We can come back, but I need space, I need to think. And then we have the Two of Coins going on Lover's card. You two are meant to be connected. There wasn't meant to be a separation. I don't know if your person's emotionally going through quite a lot with the Eight of Swords sat there. So then we have the Five of Coins reversed, which goes on the King of Pentacles. Now the Five of Coins, when it's reversed, it's someone going through a really hard time. That may be what it is. If your person's the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles, that may be what it is. Like, maybe they're going through unemployment, maybe whatever's been going on in the world at the moment has particularly hit them quite hard. The Five of Pentacles or the Five of Coins reverse is normally about hardship, walking away from a job, walking away from a relationship, almost like throwing everything up in the air and walking away from it. They were meant to lean into you for help, but they didn't. They're kind of like, oh, they're being really stubborn, and they're like, I can fix this on my own. They can't. They should be leaning into you. For whatever reason, they're not leaning into you. They're pulling away from you. The Ten of Cups. There's a long, happy union. You two are meant to be happy together. This person's too stubborn to share this, whatever it is they're going through, whether it's a loss of job, whether it's ill health, whatever it is that's going on in their life. You're their person. They're meant to talk to you. They're not talking to you. They're not sharing with you. Oh dear. Maybe it should be them watching the reading. We have the Four of Swords reversed, which is isolation, sense of rejection. They're pulling away. They're not opening up. They're like, it's almost like they're shutting down into a shell, and by doing that, it's causing feelings of rejection and isolation for the both of you, and emotional anxiety and unhappiness. Whereas if they just leaned into you and shared this problem with you, you could overcome it together. And they could gain a lot from you because you're very practical and grounded, and you probably have ideas of how to overcome this. Maybe they just feel like they need to figure it out for themselves. So then we have the Justice reversed, which is things going against them. The rewards and glory that they were hoping for hasn't come in. I don't know what it was. What were they working towards? Was it a job? Have they lost a job? Were they hoping to do something and they can't do it, and they kind of feel like a failure, and instead of like being open and honest, they're kind of withdrawing, not sharing, not communicating, and feels like a massive injustice in some kind of way against them. And they've taken it so personally. And they're too stubborn to open up. And it's a shame. Because if they can't continue the way they are, then what are you going to do? You know, you can't wait forever. I think you'd be quite happy. I do think that there's a connection here that you would be like, if they need me to wait 2 years, I'll wait 2 years. If they need me to wait 6 months, I'll wait 6 months. If they need me to wait a lifetime, I'll wait a lifetime. I think you like them that much. I think there's so much love here. And this isn't about you. This isn't about your connection. This is about them not dealing with things in the right type of way. The Queen of Wands, which is on the Six of Swords, which is moving in a different direction. The Queen of Wands, things come quite natural towards her. She's very independent, great leadership. Maybe someone who can help them with whatever it is. There's people that want to help them, but they're pushing everyone away. And then we have the Nine of Cups. And that's going on as Eight of Swords. They wanted their wishes to be granted. It's almost like they don't let themselves be happy. I don't know if they're in a pattern of when things get really good, they kind of shut down and shut off and run away. I want to know if they're going to come back round again. I think you shouldn't do anything just yet. I don't think you should do anything just yet. I don't think that you should come to any decisions about whether now you should move on or whether you should wait. I think it feels a bit too raw, and it feels like fresh and new, and I don't know if like the life change has come from the Queen of Wands. Maybe a boss, maybe a person, maybe a family member. Maybe the Queen of Wands instigated some kind of change here. I'm going to pull from another deck. I don't often do this on camera. I'm reaching for another deck. I want to know, I'm going to do a quick Celtic cross and kind of see what you should do. I want to know what you should do. I think you want to know what you should do. You know what your person's doing, and that's shutting down, closing off, and taking everything really quite badly and denying themselves from happiness. And you've got a real nice connection, real lovely, like, if they leaned into you, they could halve their problems and you could both fix it together. I think the Queen of Wands had something to do with this. I don't think it's a third person. I just think it's a boss or family member or something. The Six of Cups just tried to turn over, which is about comfort memories, people from the past. I want to do a Celtic cross. I want to know what you should do. I want to know the possible outcome, possible attainment. Is it worth waiting? Should you move on? Just going to lay it out quite quickly. So we have the Ace of Pentacles for you and the question, and the Six of Pentacles. It's like you wanting to offer them something, you wanting to offer them the olive branch or whatever. The sharing of finances is like you want to help them through this. We have the Death, which is about change. We have the Six of Wands or the Six of Rods, which is down here. And we have the Five of Swords, which is what's worth fighting for, what's worth walking away from. For some reason, this person almost feels like they want to walk away from everything. Everything. They want to walk, but is that coming from a place of that's what they really want, or is that coming from a place of everything's up in the air and they don't know what to do? The Four of Cups is them taking time to reevaluate and think about what they want. It can be sometimes a little bit about depression, a low mood. I think they've had a hard knock. I think something side blinded them and they're not dealing with it in the best kind of way here at all. They really thought something was coming to them and that's kind of been taken away. The Emperor is about stability, taking action. And it's a secret question here. Are they going to be your Emperor again? The Chariot is the timing card, which is about taking control, taking the lead. Two things coming together. The Two of Coins is making those choices, which came out for the Lovers card as well, weighing up the options. Like, I do think at the moment it's too early to tell what you should do. So therefore you should just wait a little bit longer. And then we have the Queen of Rods, which is the same as the Queen of Wands. Things naturally come towards her. The cat is often naturally sat with the Queen of Wands. Everything is nurturing with the Queen of Wands. I do think this person's going to come back to you and they're going to be travelling quite light. I think maybe you're the Queen of Wands in this. I think you're all of the queens in this. And they're all of the kings. But it's almost like you sit and wait and they come back around. You have to let them go through this. Unfortunately, I don't know what else you can do. There's nothing here that you can do. They have to take control and then they have to make the choice and they will come back. They will come back, I think. They're going through this thing of what do I fight for? What do I walk away from? They're going to have that moment as well where they really start missing you and you hear from them again. Try not to give them a hard time, but if you feel that you have to, like, how dare you ignore me? Why have you done this? If you need to do that, do that. But listen to what they have to say as well. Especially if you don't know particularly what it is they're going through. I think you could send them all the messages in the world. They're probably not going to get back to you. The Queen of Wands energy is like sit and wait. Things come towards her naturally. They'll come back in. If they're meant to be back in, they'll come back in. And while you wait and work on you, take time for you. You know, if waiting for this person's not the right thing for you, don't do that. But if it is, like, give them a little bit of time. Give them a little bit of time. Let them regain their energy again. Let them regain their confidence a bit. They're going through a lot. I do personal readings. They are available on my website. It's linked in the description. I'm going to split the Moonology deck into four. All of the decks I use are available on Amazon. You just have to go and search them. Be bold, make the first move. It's time to take action. Surrender to the divine. If you haven't already message them again, but they'll come back when they're ready. They'll get back to you when they're ready. I think it's going to take time for this to sort out. Do what you need to do, because this is also painful for you. Communication is key. When they come back in again, you both have to work out how to be together where this doesn't happen again, where they communicate. Expect powerful change. They may come back with a new sense of who they are, a time for healing. I think there's going to have to be, like, if they come back in again, a time for healing for your relationship so that you can trust them again, so that you don't feel abandoned by them again. There's not much that you can do at the moment. If you haven't messaged them already, message them, say, I'm here if you need me. If you've already done that, then wait. Just sit and wait. There's a lot going on. So I'm going to end the reading here. I'm going to wrap you in a massive bubble of protection so that your angels can take you on your way. My angels can take me on to my next reading. If you've made it to this point, well done. It hasn't been a particularly easy reading today. None of them have. So if you have made it to this point, I really appreciate you. And I hope that you use tarot readings in a way that benefits you and empowers you and gives you choices and pathways and things. Also, you're part of my Purple Heart gang. If you've made it to this point, put Purple Heart in the comments. Maybe put likes on other people's Purple Hearts. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon.